Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast, Greedy Talks. I'm Bhavna Jain, and today I bring you a really interesting topic, which is real estate investment in Dubai. So, we are having two guests today with us, Mr. Emmanuel, who is investment advisor, and Miss Lucy, who is investment broker. So, welcome, Mr. Emmanuel, in our show.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
So before going to start about investment in Dubai, we would like to know about your journey, like how you started in Dubai and why you choose to work in as an investment advisor.
Well, that's a long story, but first, I think I would like to hear the voice of my friend, Nitin. You didn't introduce him, but I understand he's a co-host, but Nitin has been a very good friend of mine. So yes, I came into Dubai in 2020,
Okay.
and then I started a company, an education company, and then I delved into the real estate market. Uh, uh, Before, my understanding when I came into Dubai was that you can't buy properties. It's difficult. It's challenging. But when I came in, we were able to get a property in somewhere in Dubai South. And then we moved in because I came with my family, and then we moved in, and subsequently we've grown over time, and then I decided to move into real estate business. What informed my decision were some of the experiences I've learned from other real estate agents in the process, and now some feedbacks from other investors. So that's why I decided, okay, let's take the bull by the horn and let's see how we can also put some of our efforts in delivering a very good customer experience and profitability to our clients. So that's what informed the decision to start Wura Real Estate
Wow,
Brokerage.
that's great to hear that. So, what is a Vora? I mean, what is the meaning of that Vora?
Yeah, Wura means gold.
Gold.
Yes, it means
Gold
gold.
is gold.
Yes, it means gold, and how do I put it now? It's a native name. It's a native name in Nigeria. If
Okay.
you are from Yoruba,
Okay.
you will know the meaning of Wura. It means gold. Yes.
And we would like to say, like, we would like to tell you this that Mr. Emmanuel having a golden visa also in Dubai.
So he's a golden visa holder, and he's come from Nigeria, and this is the one of biggest achievement I think for a Nigerian people, and come to establish their company and getting the golden visa holders.
Thank you, Nitin, again. Yes, it's a very humbling experience. The process is very simplified. Dubai being a very tolerant city, and UAE be a tolerant country as well, affords us kind of opportunity that attract investors from all walks of life. Whether you're African, whether you're from the West, wherever you are from, if you are able to abide by the law and work by the principles, where I believe strongly, you'll be able to get the kind of results you plan for over time consistently. If
Yeah.
you're not looking for shortcuts, I believe you'll be able to make a name as life continues.
Yeah, I share the our experience, and I definitely know that Emmanuel journey is not easy. I think in 19, I think before 5 years in 2019 we meet as a tourist. He come to Dubai, and I am just opening my company in Dubai, so we just meet in a Dubai safari.
Yes, yes, that's
Same
true.
story. And now after 5 years, Emmanuel is a golden visa holder with the company owner, with the financial advisor, we say investment advisor, and educational counselor as well for foreign studies. So I look at his journey on my way. It's going step by step ahead. Every year he's adding.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much for that. And but what's important is consistency. Whatever you're doing, make sure you're very consistent and very resilient. Yes, the journey is most of the time very difficult, very challenging. Sometimes you're at the verge of giving up. Sometimes you're very tired. Sometimes you're frustrated.
Yeah.
But as you wake up every day, make sure you just keep pursuing the goal. We've not reached where we want to be yet. We are still moving forward. And I have a very popular saying that say, if you pick, one of my mentors used to say this. He said, if you take a leper and put it in an aeroplane, the leper will fly.
Okay.
Yeah. So your environment, if you're in a very good environment, you will thrive.
Great.
That's great. That's really great to hear your journey. So our audience wants to know, like, if they want to invest in Dubai market, is there certain criteria? I mean, let's say if someone is sitting in India, Pakistan, or maybe in Europe, UK, is it easy for them to invest in Dubai market, or they need to, come here and take a visa, their residence visa, and then only they will be able to invest here?
That's a very interesting question. There is no straightforward answers to that, but I'm going to break it down in category. Now, if you're in the West and you want to invest, first you could just get a normal. You don't even need to get a visa. You can just come in if you want. The options available for you. You can buy from the developer through a real estate agent, or you can go straight to the developer and buy.
Oh.
Well, yes, but buying from the developer is not just for you just seeing an advert and going online and buy. You have to have an informed decision. You have to have all the data in your hand. You need someone to talk to you to tell you, okay, yes, this is what is peculiar about this developer. This is what is outstanding about this developer. These are the challenges with this developer. These are your expectations with this developer. These are the kind of capital gain you can get with this developer. Or there is a possibility that this developer could delay the handover of his project, or this developer is going to meet its timeline. So there are developers that are notorious for different kinds of metrics.
So I think it's very important first to choose a right developer to start your investment.
Yes, so you have to tailor your investment goal, identify your investment goal. What do you want to achieve with your investment? And then look for a developer that matches that. If you're looking for luxury, there are developers you will not go into. If you're looking for capital gains, there are developers you will not go into. If you're looking for rental income, there are developers that are very good at that. So all of these are very multiple factors you need to consider before saying, okay, I want to buy this property or not to buy this property.
Okay, but what is the process? Like, I'm sitting if out of the country, and if I want to invest, so what will be the process? Like, what step I need to follow to think for starting an investment in Dubai, sitting in different country?
Okay. Like we all know, there are so many adverts around. That's what you call lead generation. So you're sitting down, let's say you're sitting down in the UK, for example. So an advert, there is one island and there is a villa that has been constructed. Please come and buy. You get the best of everything in that island. And it's unique, it's exclusive, and you get 100% capital. You saw the advert, fine. You click on it, and then you get a broker starts talking to you. So you don't just throw your money at the broker or the whoever he is or the investment advisor. You look at it. The next thing is you go to the developer's website and see what the developer is saying on its website. You send an inquiry to them, and then you look at the sales plan. Sometimes you ask them for the brochure, the sales offer, and then you review it. Some of the developer will ask you to pay what you call a reservation fee to lock down the unit, and then they give you like maybe 15, 20 days to transfer the money. That's what some developers will do. If you are working with a real estate agent, the real estate agent will ensure that he's able to show you the floor plan, look at the master plan of the community, look at some of the areas that you can either buy your townhouse or a villa or your apartment, and select which one is uniquely positioned that can either give you a good capital gain or give you a good rental income. Okay. And then once you have this information, you can decide to transfer the money directly to the developer, not to the real estate agent, and provide evidence, and then sign what you call, they can courier your SPA to you, and then you can read it. If it's fine, you can sign it. And then you can continue the sales payment plan along the line. That is one process. And that is a process that works for primary markets, let me say off plan, not direct from developer sales market.
So basically for off plans, we can buy directly from developers, but for a ready property, we have to go with these agents and brokers? or there are option that okay, the
Yes,
ready
yes.
we can go with a direct developer and buy the property.
Most of the time, when the property is ready, it's sold out completely from the developer. So the developer does not have an inventory anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, but if the developer do have an inventory, you are mostly going to be getting that property at a premium. So you are getting it at maybe 60% premium, 30% premium, 70% premium. So if you don't have an understanding of the market, you can say, oh, you're getting a ready property. So, but you have already paid a premium on it.
So premium means we will be getting on higher price.
Exactly, more than the first buyers have gotten it.
Okay.
But it's also very good because you're avoiding so many risks, but also at the same time, you will not be able to compete in terms of capital gain in the market. So let's go to the secondary market, which could also be off-plan.
Okay.
What is usually advisable is that you work with a real estate agent. And then, because you need to transfer these properties at trustee office, one is that it might require you to come to Dubai and get the property transferred. Secondly, another option is that you may have what you call a power of attorney, a POA. You can give a power of attorney to a trusted person to finish the transaction on your behalf while you're in wherever country you are. But there are risks also associated with that. So, in a very simple terms, if you want to buy secondary market, you can start the process, but make sure you are in Dubai to close the property transactions.
Okay, so secondary market means second-hand properties which you are buying from the first-hand owners.
You're correct.
Maybe first and second and third end, because I think whenever a building has been developed, so I think most of building are sold out. I saw that lots of ads and lots of on TikTok and podcasts as well. So most of agents and real estate agencies already book the building. And if any agent get, yeah, I get the flat, I get the flat. So in
Yeah.
Dubai is like that. Everyone want to grab the opportunity to buy the property, because in Dubai there is no inflation. From I think last 20 years, I saw dollar and UAE is stable. So there is no difference. If we talk about the our countries, different countries, inflations are just double. When I come in 2018 in UAE, so Indian currency is around 17 rupees, 17 rupees INR for 1 dirham, and right now it's 24. So this is the inflation we can see.
Yeah.
So if we invest that time 1 billion, that will be by inflation, that will be growth of, we get 15% extra.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
So that's why everyone looking buying property in UAE, especially, and when you go to buy, whatever the first and second and third owner, you already getting profit on every buying, because there is no inflation.
Correct.
Thank you very much, Nathan. That's insight.
And we have good advisor as well. I think as a customer relation in real estate, how you define Miss Lucy?
Actually, in the real estate companies in Dubai, customer service comes in hand, and it's very important because there is no way you're going to convince a client or two if you don't have that understanding and taking them with the flow.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the client might be a potential buyer,
yeah,
but depending with the communication and how you put them in understanding, like then they can be able to take out their money from their banks or from their pocket. But without good communication, good understanding, and good flow
communication is the main key.
in everything, actually, if you want to do business, communication is actually one of the important keys. We cannot say main key
No.
because there is a lot, but it's very crucial.
Okay.
Yeah.
One question, I think every day you getting lots of query. So how you identify this is a positive customer, this is a general query?
Actually, most of the time, the person who knows what they want to purchase, they really have straight questions, unlike somebody who is coming to scale you.
Yeah,
So you-
there are too many fake calls as well.
Exactly. Even
Knowing maybe some competitor also call you.
yeah.
Okay, what is okay? This is property with you. What is the price in this? I'm giving this. How you getting that?
Actually, so you said it very well. At times, we get calls from people who tend to pretend that they want to buy a property, but they're doing that because they've had someone who wants to buy. That's whereby the middleman comes in.
Okay.
When we say middleman, it's like an agent. So the agent will come there, and then they want to know indirectly if you people deal with agents.
Okay.
First of all, they will not present themselves like agents. They will just say, I want to buy a property for this particular amount, or they will mention a figure.
Yeah.
Then in that particular time, they are pretending to be the buyer.
Buyer. Yeah.
But at the end goal, you get to realize that they are
Yes,
not. They were just the agents. So you will get to know that basically because at some point, or whenever you will hear someone.
I think it's an experience come with the time when you
Exactly.
interact with a lot of person.
Eventually, you'll just get to know
Yes.
like this is not an agent. This is not an or like a buyer. This is an agent because at some point they will mention how much percentage for commission. But if it comes to the direct buyer, they will not be even interested in commission. So
Okay.
that's where you get to know the difference.
So one more question, any top 5 questions you can understand is the original buyer or it's a fake call or a agent should be buying or something like that, misleading some deals.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, most agents they will ask you, do you provide commissions to the agents?
Okay.
Yeah.
First question is there.
Yeah, mostly they're gonna ask you that, and secondly, they will be wanting to ask you like, what if I have a client that does not live here?
Okay.
So probably, okay, if the client does not live here, or you want to present a client, that way you will know this person is not asking for him or herself.
Okay.
And another thing, most of the people who wants to buy a property like directly, they won't ask you some questions. Eventually, they will just be saying, I'm really interested in just knowing the price, and I want to know like if your company provide like a advisor, or in what case should we create an appointment time? I want to come and see the viewing. Those kind of questions are very important. So I would say if the agent will just say, I want to come for viewing, but
Okay.
whenever they reach to the destination, they start telling you, I think my client won't like it, then that's again you get to
Okay.
know.
That is a red flag.
Yeah. So there are so many questions. Maybe I will not finish all the 5,
Okay.
but at least the 3.
Yeah, top 3 questions when we
Yeah.
and lots of ad. I think lots of ad. When we scroll that, you get property only get a down payment of 30K, 40K, ready to move in property, and when we go to there, that is a different story.
Yes, I mean, even they say that you can just pay 2,000 or 5,000 and move to the property, and then you can pay
Monthly.
every month. I mean, is that true? Because I think when we talk to them, there is something else come up, with the advance payment of 50%, 40%, and then the monthly payments. But the advertising is like that.
Well, it's called clickbait. So the idea is to
Attract the audience.
Yes, is to get the audience attention, and then you click, and then it gives an idea to whoever is generating the leads that's actually you are interested in buying a property.
Yeah.
But the next phase is if you are a qualified lead.
Yes.
And but if you go around and start doing clickbait, you're going to get so many clicks, and which you can show to your investors who are investing your SEO marketing or marketing business that, okay, we've been able to get this number of leads. And then when the real estate company starts calling those leads, they realize that, okay, because you gave a wrong message, they are not the kind of clients they are looking for. So on one hand, it looks attractive to the real estate agents because they can get so many leads. But at the end, when they look at the metrics, they see that out of over 50 leads that this SEO or real estate marketing agency has provided to them, maybe it's like one that is actually a qualified lead. And on the other hand, it's also destroying the reputation of the market because it makes you look, okay, these guys gave us high hope, we just need to pay 10,000 down payment, and then we're moving to the property. And then now we've spoken to them. Now they are telling us different story, but they wouldn't know that the middleman is the one that has complicated the entire process. So as an avid investor or somebody who's an investor, it's important for you not to just read what you believe or what you see online. It's important to dig deeper, understand the story,
Yes.
understand the narrative, and also do your own due diligence, and then start talking to the real estate agent or talk to the developer. And I can tell you, sometimes there are real estate agents that are even more experienced in the market than some of the developers. I mean, some of the workers, staffs in the developer with the developers.
Yeah,
So
very true.
it's important you talk to a real estate agent or a broker in order to get an insight in the market.
So basically, this advertising online, which is saying some down payment and then monthly payments without even involving a bank, is it true or it's a fall commitments?
White developer, I think they're
Uh,
providing a developer direct providing some properties
If
part payment.
yeah, if it's from the developer, yes, it's possible that you can get some of these units. Like there are some properties, there are some buildings that the developer just bought from individual owners. And then they went through some DLD process and then they split the title deeds. And then they can decide to resell those properties and say, okay, put 20% down payment, put 30% down payment to move into the property. That's one situation.
Yes.
Second situation is that sometimes the developer builds the property already, maybe to around 80% construction, like what you have in JVC.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and then the developer says, okay, pay 20% now, and then on handover, pay the balance. You can pay the balance by mortgage or you can pay the balance by cash. So you ask yourself, that's an attractive option. And that's, if you're a novice investor, or maybe you want something really, let me not say novice, maybe you actually want a property to live, that might be a good option. But when you check the same price with what is the same price in another building that is not offering that same facilities, you might discover that you are paying a bit premium higher than what you would have gotten. So money always has a time cost to it. So that's a second situation. The developer has built something to 70% and then decide to put it into the market, offer an attractive package. Then you have another form of situation that could happen. Maybe it's a semi-government or a very renowned developer in the market. It can decide, okay, I'm taking 5%, put 5% down. Every three months, you put 5% or 1%. Until your payment reaches 24%. So when it gets to 24%, you get your SPA and then you get your OCUD.
What is SPA and OCUD?
Yeah, SPA is Sales Purchase Agreement.
Okay.
So it's a document issued by the developer saying, okay, you've bought this property.
So basically, it document shows that you are the owner of property now, or how?
It shows that you've invested in this property.
Mm-hmm.
And that's subject to you continue meeting up with the payment plan agreement.
Okay.
And finishing your payment plan, then you become the owner and you have a title deed of that property.
Okay.
Well, the general parlance is to say that, okay, now I have a property. But until you finish that payment plan, you don't really have a property. Because if you default in those payment plan along the line, many things can happen. The developer can include a penalty charges. If you don't pay as well, they can inform DLD that this investor has refused to meet his payment obligations. If you don't respond, the property can be taken away from you and then sold at a higher price. And then if possible, you might not get anything back, or you just get a fraction of your money back, but not the entire money.
But it means you will get the whatever you paid, you will get back or not?
No, you won't get back exactly what you've paid because there are penalties that are involved. Yes, and then developer reaching out to DLD to notify you that you have not met up your payment obligation also cost the developer some money. So all of these costs will be included when they want to. And yes, and subject to your SPA, you may not get anything back sometimes.
So in the meantime, when we are paying the installment, that person will be able to stay in that house? Like he can use that property to stay with her family, or
No, this is under construction.
No, because it's under construction.
it's under construction's plan?
Yeah, so it's because your payment is measured according to the construction's update. on the SPA is not, the building is not ready. So the thing you might be able to get out of that investment is to use it to get a golden visa. You can use it to apply for it. The property is more than 2 million dirhams. You might be able to put that as an application and go for a golden visa. But you also know that if you don't finish your payment plan, you can lose the property, and then you can also lose.
I think a golden visa can be cancelled.
Yes, if you don't.
So
Okay.
what is the process? I think this is, I think more people want to know what is the process to getting golden visa when you purchase a property in Dubai or UAE?
And what's the benefit of getting golden visa? Why golden visa can be beneficial for a person who wants to live in Dubai?
Okay. Let's talk about the process first. You have a property that's worth 2 million.
So 2 million, like
2
2
million
million
dirham.
cash we have to put Dubai
No.
or what exactly? Because everyone asks what how we take cash in Dubai. Like I have land in India. Maybe there are 5 million, but if I want to sell there, the government asks the tax about the selling tax. Then I will come with the money. Definitely loss of 5 to 10%. So how the money get here? Like I'm in Indian, I want to buy the property and I want a golden visa. So what is the process?
Okay. Well, we may not be able to exhaust all of the topic, but I'll just give you a pointer. One is that you buy directly from the developer, right? You pay the 25%. You continue the payment plan.
So this 25% is a cash.
Yes, of course. You have to transfer either through bank wire transfer, or sometimes you can use crypto, or sometimes you can. So yes, it has to be bank process. I mean, a recognized
Okay.
process. A telex, a Swift copy transaction has to happen.
So we can buy and invest property here with cryptocurrency as well, as he just said. Like we can invest in Dubai. Dubai, I think, is the first place to initiate this, that we can invest here in property and make a payment in cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but yes, I'll say that, but it's not all developers that are set.
that's
Yeah, I would
Some
say
Yeah.
it's
check
Yeah,
where
so-
these payment options are available. But yeah, this is possible to make an investment in Dubai with cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so there should be a pre-information before you start converting your currencies to USDT, and then converting your USDT and then using it to pay for property. Yeah, so it's a case-by-case situation, and sometimes some of those properties that are bought by cryptocurrency, sometimes when you want to sell it, there might also be some regulations or restrictions around it. So those are some of the things investors need to be aware of. But overall, it's a very proactive and forward.
Very easy,
Yeah.
process to invest in Dubai. Like it's not like other country where there's a lot of taxation. There is a long process. There's a paperwork. So that which Dubai is simplifying here, so that the public can come here, live here easily, and make an investment and get a good returns.
Okay, so back to your question about the golden visa process. So you pay, maybe you pay 25% of a property worth 1 million, and then you have another property worth another 1 million, maybe you pay another 25%, and then you look at the cumulative cost of your investment.
okay.
If it's more than 2 million, you can apply for golden visa. That's one.
What is the minimum amount to start the process of golden visa? Like I want to buy a property of 2 million, so I have to minimum 25% to pay the developer, and then I will start the golden visa process. Or after after getting whole property on my name, then I will be approach for the golden visa.
If you are risk averse, I mean, you're someone that takes that you are very cautious about taking risk. What I would recommend is that pay 50% of the property that you want to buy. Ensure that the construction cost, the construction stage of that property is more than 40%. So, for example, you want to buy a property, not pre-launch property like that is under construction.
Okay.
So you make sure that you check that the construction has passed 40% construction stage.
40% stage.
Yes.
completed, Okay.
Yes. And then you pay maybe 50% of that value. So you have an OCUD, you have an SPA. You can go to DLD Cube and apply for your golden visa.
Oh,
That is one process. Now for couple. Sometimes couples says, "Oh, well, we are a couple," and then they apply for golden visa as well. That is also possible for them. So, but because the process are being optimized every day, before you have to spend the entire 2 million. Now it has changed to, okay, you don't need to spend the entire 2 million. You just need to have paid a certain amount of money before you apply for the golden visa. On the question of minimum amount, I can't say authoritatively that this is the minimum amount you must pay. And also, as business owners, if you're coming into Dubai, you can buy a property of 2 million, get the golden visa, and then approach the bank to give you what you call buyout equity. So you can get some of the cash you have invested back, and then you can use it to do your business while the tenant is in the apartments, continue to give you rental income and pays for the mortgage. So that's another side.
Yeah,
So
this is a very good point. So, if I talk about Indian peoples and different countries people, so what is the ROI? So, rate of interest in our country is very higher. If I want to buy some property in India, so maybe the property cost is 1 CR. So, I get the rental income of that 1 CR is around only 15 to 20K, and I have to give 1 lakh minimum monthly EMI to bank. And what happen in Dubai, if you want to buy a property of 2 million, you get rental above than your EMI charges. So you can gain from day first if you want to buy. And if you have a minimum amount of 2 million, direct buy the property and start earning from day first with the golden visa. This is, I think,
So continuing to this discussion, as you said that there is a 50% payment if we made, and then we can apply for the golden visa, not the 100%. So there was a one video I have seen of this Danube property, Mr. Rizwan. So they have they make statement that if you want to apply for a golden visa, and so you don't have to invest like full 2 million, which is minimum criteria to get a golden visa. You can just buy book a property and pay like 40,000, and then you can start your process for golden visa. Like you can book your property which is worth of 2 million, and pay 40,000 as a down payment, and you can start your process. Is that true?
40 million, 40
Thousand?
or I think 40%.
No, it's a 40,000, 40K.
Because
Of
my experience, I will just talk with the new properties for some, I think 2-3 months back. So the minimum is a 40% down payment. Then we call all sana 1%, 1%, 1%. So we have to pay 40% before then it's start the 1%. So you have the minimum 40%
Yeah,
down in hand.
that's why, because that was the marketing which I have seen. There was a one video which I have seen on the social media, and they say like you can just book a property, pay your 40,000 dirhams, and then you can start your process. So is it true or
thankfully enough, Nitin has been able to bail me out. He said it's 40%. It's not 40. It's not 40,000.
Okay.
And the thing is that when you look for smooth process, you can easily become victim of scam. Yeah, so if you have said that Mr. Rizwan, a highly respected owner of Danube, had said that verbatim, and you hear him saying that, then maybe I can say, well, maybe he might know how he goes about it. But I have not seen it where you say you pay 40,000 dirhams and then you get golden visa. I can understand that there was some adverts even going, not even Danube alone, that maybe some people were saying that you just book this unit and then you get golden visa. Maybe it's a promotional offer or something like that. But I'm not an immigration consultant, so I may not be able to talk authoritatively on that. But what I know for sure as a real estate person is that you need to pay minimum of 25%.
25%.
Yeah, and maybe as somebody who also has a golden visa, using the process and the experience I've had, your construction stage of the building should be at least 40%.
40%. 40 to 50%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that might have changed over the years, maybe in the next last 1 year. I don't know if that has changed, but I can only talk based on what I've experienced and what I know.
Okay. And you talk about loan process here, like, it's easy to invest in property by taking a loan from bank.
Mm.
So is this easy for foreigners as well?
Yes, there is
Because I think
currently
in
current.
UAE 85% are expats.
Yeah.
So how
Yes.
they get the loans and easy process to be
And
buying
is there
house.
any like minimum criteria to apply for a loan? And
Okay, no, I'll just say it this way. International investors who are not resident in UAE,
Yeah.
they have a possibility of getting a mortgage.
Yes.
In fact, I have a client recently who is in Switzerland, but who is working out a mortgage
Switzerland come with the Swiss money.
who is getting a mortgage. So, and the mortgage value is able to cover the some value of the property. So it's possible as an international investor to get a mortgage, but it's case specific. Let me put it that way. It depends on your situation. It depends on your average income, salary, what you call CTO, average balance, current.
In own country or in Dubai?
No, income in their country, in their home country.
Okay.
It is if it's an international investor. But if you are a resident, you can also get a mortgage. I mean, it's even a lot easier for
No,
residents.
this is more important. Like if people live outside the UAE and they can buy the property, showing their country income, source of income. So what the process? They have to share the account statement with the
Of
these
course.
banks. So
Yes.
approval bank is UAE bank or something other process are there.
No, it's the UAE bank is able to give them mortgage, but like I said, it's case
Case to
specific.
case, yeah.
Yes, it's case to case basis. You can't say because I said okay, you can get a mortgage as an international buyer, and then you rush to the property and then you go and buy without a review of your current standing. So it's important you get all the documents. It's reviewed, and then before you start saying you want to go and buy a property. So
Okay.
because so that you don't run into a situation whereby you buy the property, you put down a 20% down payment, and then the mortgage comes back, review comes back and says, sorry, you're not qualified. So that means you are in a mess.
Okay,
So
okay.
the first thing is that because it's a case-by-case basis, talk to your broker or your mortgage broker or your real estate person you're dealing with, provide information. They are going to send you some of the informations, documents required, and then you can provide those documents, and then it goes into evaluation. If the pre-approval letter is out, then you can go ahead and buy a property. At least you have minimum of 30 days to be able to get a property.
Okay. And one more question, like when money involved, so risk is also always there. So how we identified like because agents are every there, brokers are every there. So how we any top 5 point that we can be defined that this is authorized broker or authorized agent. So we can give cash or with hand or any security point we can check before investing in UAE.
Okay, first check the developer. How many projects develop? If it's a developer, what's the review about the developer? That's one. Two, if you are dealing with an agent, you can ask for RERA card. If the agent has
RERA card. Okay.
yes,
RERA card is, I think, major thing. RERA card. I think there is some code or something IT
it's
like.
an agent code connected with the company whom he is presenting.
no, it's a Dubai Land Department. So you go through RERA training. You write an exam, and then when you pass,
So
they
any
give you.
website we can check that like one code is provided by the agent like 231.
It's just a form of ID. They will say you ask for the RERA ID because okay, send me your RERA ID.
RERA ID.
Yes, and then it's Real Estate Regulatory Authority. So
Oh.
send me your RERA ID. If they have, they'll send it. Now some don't have.
No,
but they
maybe
are,
some say maybe your ID. I put my photo and send.
no, it's not. It's not just a complimentary business ID. It's an ID that shows that okay, you've passed through a process, you've gone through a training, and then you have done a test, and then you've passed. And because of that, Dubai Land recognizes you as a real estate agent.
So how will check? Like I want to check online. You said my RERA card. How to check? So
Okay. If you want to, if you want to check, you can go on Dubai Rest.
Dubai Rest.
Dubai Rest app.
But Dubai
Yeah.
Rest is a website where you can check every agent RERA card. It is authorized. It is a valid agent or not.
So you download is an app. You can download the app, or you can go to Dubai Land website, and then you can see the RERA card or the company, if the company is licensed to engage in real estate trading, real estate
Okay.
activities. So that's one, because, but let's not confuse it. It's possible that somebody doesn't have a RERA card and also be an agent.
Okay.
Yes, for example, you might have somebody who bought property from this person, is satisfied with it, and then he has a friend, and then so there are people who don't have real estate RERA card, but they're also very good agents. They work very well. So that's so. Then number 3 thing you need to also look at is I'll be careful of agent that asks for deposit first.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone want to deposit first?
Yes, yeah, you need to be very careful.
Like,
Yes, they send you a payment link and says, "Oh, pay before I do anything." Sometimes they just do it because maybe they face so many frustration, and then they just send you a link and say, "Go and pay." So that's not the first thing. So you have to understand the client's needs first.
Exactly.
So you don't pay money upfront just like that.
yeah, because one of my experience when I want to rented the property, the agent asked me 5% you have to deposit first, then they issue the property.
No.
So I'm just surprised.
No. So you see the property first. You provide your ID, either your Emirates ID or your international passport. If you are okay with the property you have seen, you can tell them to ask. You can ask them to send you the title deed of the property and the Emirates ID of the owner as well. So, well, they can choose to get it for you, or they can choose not to get it for you. So, because before they do that, they would have sent yours Emirates ID also and your profile to the owner as well. If the owner wants to accept you, then they can say, okay, go ahead with the transaction. So, but when they start telling you to pay 5,000, pay 2,500, we don't want somebody to waste our time, or they feel very important, then that's not an agent that is ready to serve. So you stay away.
That's where the customer service have gone wrong.
Yes, true.
So that's point number 3. And then number 4 is that there are some agents who also give fake promises. They tell you buy a property. If you buy this property, you get 10% capital appreciations. And then if you don't know the market, you just discover that what you're getting is just less than 4%. After you deducted the service charge, you discover this remove here and there,
Yes.
and then you notice that, oh, this is just it's not what they promised. So some real estates are desperate because
Yes,
they want
yes,
to
yes.
close,
We are getting
and
too much
then-
offers.
and then they overpromise, and then they underdeliver. But that doesn't make them bad agent or fake agent. It's just that they are not able to match the professionalism required in the business. So I think that's just some of the
Points.
red flags you can look
And
at.
same as per builders, if you rated like what are the checkpoint for the builders and why we have purchased the property, because my experience in India is very bad. They have to sign the NOC and all, then they did nothing. Once you sign the NOC, after that, if any problem with the builders, they don't listen.
Yeah. Sometimes, for example, there are some developers that you have what you call defect liability insurance. So that means that when the property is handed over, you have like 1 year
Okay.
gap. So when you have a tenant inside that building and there are issues in the building, you can complain to the developer or to the building management, and they can correct whatever mistake free of charge.
Okay.
Yes, IMA does that because I live in Dubai South, and for the first 1 year, even when there were issues in the apartment, they came and did it without any cost. Some developers also offer that services.
Yeah.
So some might be able to do that for you, and some may not do that. They might decide, you've handed over the property, you have done your snagging, you have snagged everything, all right, that's your business after that. So it's something you need to look for in your SPA. Sometimes some developers, they don't have their own internal construction company. And then if they don't have their own internal construction company, what you have is that they are unmitigated risk.
Okay.
Because the completion of 2026 might not happen. Maybe somebody that is the third party who's doing the construction has issues, there are legal issues, there are staffing issues. So the project that is meant to be completed in 2026 might extend to 2028. And that creates a kind of fear Yeah. So sometimes you look into the developer and see.
Even is planning about that now. We have to pay rental as well and EMI as well. So how can we manage? We are planning like 2027 I get the flat, but they can extend 1 year more.
Yes.
So it's all planning has been disturbed.
Yes, they can extend even more than 1 year. If they extend up to 1 year, they are still permitted within the law. If they extend more than 1 year, maybe 2 years, 3 years, then maybe you can start. But you wouldn't like to start going to courts
Okay, so
and
this
all of
point
that.
should be quote 1 year is criteria for our builder, they can be extended. So when you plan well. Maybe 1 year you have to pay your rental and EMI both.
Yeah. True.
Oh, thank you very much.
So let's talk about like the future. What do you think in the in coming future? What are the good projects coming up in Dubai, which investors should invest and will be getting a good returns?
Okay. A lot of noise has been made that there will be correction in Dubai real estate market in 2026. That's an educated guess. That's okay. It's possible there's going to be a price correction. So yeah, it's possible. So, but the correction will happen in some of the areas that maybe they are already oversaturated,
Overrated,
or
something.
overrated. Yes, but like according to your question, if I'm going to give my recommendation, I will mention the area in the south.
New airport has been coming.
Dubai South, Ima South, Al Fujan, Jebel Ali downtown, Palm Jebel Ali. Now, the reason for this are the following. You invest in an area that has economic importance.
Okay. What do you mean by economic importance?
You look at the area where the government is going.
Okay.
So you have an airport, Al Maktoum Airport, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
Yes, this downsides are when people say, oh, there will be noise and all of that. But the truth is that there's going to be employment in that area. There's going to be over maybe 5,000, 10,000 people that are going to be employed.
Yes.
And then you look at the area, there are schools that are going to also start coming up there.
And
the-
accessibility.
Yes. So you have a place that is employing. You have a place that is a business district.
Yeah.
Where companies are moving their headquarters into. And then you have people who are going to be working in that area. And then you have schools there as well.
And travelers.
And travel.
tourists.
So you want to stay away from travel. So if I'm a rental and maybe I'm a tenant, let's say for example, and I'm going to be working in Al Maktoum Airport, and I know there is GEMS school there, and there is buildings there. So I'll prefer to stay there. I'll prefer to stay away from the bustle of metro and business bay and all of that. So I will want to stay in that kind of place. And then you look, because the kind of people that will be coming into those areas, they're going to be middle to high income earners.
Yes.
So you want to have a property in a place like that. So that's why I would recommend Dubai South. You're an investor. Your goal is not primarily to be attached to your building. Your goal is to make money and to get capital gain.
Especially as an investor, Dubai, like most of the investors are planning to buy a property and then put it on rental. So if they are buying on the certain area, they can have a good rental income.
Exactly. So, and also you invest in a place that is growing, not a place that has already grown.
Yes.
If you invest in a place that has already grown, that means you are buying for your personal sentiment. I mean, for example, I want people to be able to say, I have a flat in Burj Khalifa. That's a personal sentiment. That's a prejudice. You want to be able to tell your friend, oh, I have a 1 bedroom, I have a penthouse in Palm Jumeirah. That's a personal sentiment.
That's a personal, yeah.
Yes,
That's a personal if you're living with your family.
Yes, so I want to live in this particular community. That's an exclusive community. That's your own goal. But you have your reason. You want to have a prestige. You want to massage your hair good. That's very good and that's very wonderful. But if you're an investor, you would want to invest in a place that you can buy low and over the time progress.
Grow.
Yes, new things are happening in that area. As those new things are happening, what happens? The value of the properties begins to increase. But sometimes we buy with emotion and then we justify it with logic.
It's true.
So as a percentage like a end user and investor. So what you percentage see in Dubai properties or UAE property? which are the higher? Investor are higher or end user are the higher?
For now, I think for the last maybe 2 years, I think investors are a bit higher, but now end users are coming up seriously.
Yeah, because I think lots of rumor coming in newspapers and social media. Like in 2025, there are more than 1 lakh flats handovering. So rental are going down and property rates are going down. And if you saw on internet, top searching when Dubai market is crashing. This is on top always.
Let's be very frank with ourselves. There is a general ill feeling about Dubai, maybe because they expect Dubai to have issues and then Dubai keeps growing. But rumors does not mean fact. Now, let me give you one fact. 135,000 people have been added as a resident in Dubai in this year. 135,000
Okay.
residents are in Dubai.
35,000 rented people come.
135,000.
135,000.
There is a rumor that in I think 30 or 40 till 40, the Dubai population going to be double.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
planning to expand
Yeah.
the population as well
Yeah.
with good facilities.
Like because there is a lot of companies coming here, there's a lot of families shifting here. Dubai is a most likely place for people nowadays because of the safety concern of family, because of the investment, because of the culture here. They are more feel free to live here with the living style and the infrastructure.
Yes, but people also want to see facts why we believe that Dubai real estate market or the area will continue to appreciate and not go down. The reason why you see people most of the time are checking when Dubai market will crash is because they are afraid. It's fear. Oh, maybe it will go down so I can buy. Maybe I should hold my money. So there's all kinds of sentiments around it. But the truth is that you look at the facts and figures. 135,000 population being added. You look at the number of business registration that's being done per month. So and then you see that the numbers of registered companies are increasing. And then you look at the number of people that are visiting also. And then you see that over 18 million people have visited. You understand? So and then you look at the security, you look at some of the facilities, some of the ease of getting
Ease of business,
of
ease of
business.
life, and facilitated like same income, same source of income in our country. We can't get this type of resources and ease of life.
So and finally, sometimes you look at the geopolitical tension, the tension in
It
the
is
area.
amazing.
Yeah, so because that's another reason. Some investors could be worried, but it's better you invest in a place where there is a collateral. If something is going to be wrong, it's going to be a collateral damage. If it's going to be right, now so many investors. There are so many reasons why Dubai will still remain a hub of investors, investment.
We surround like Sudan. If any war there, if Ukraine Russia war there, most of buyer comes from Russia. Ukraine, they shifted from there. Sudan we saw, Israel we saw, like lots of country nearby come to Dubai, settle here,
Yeah.
ease of business, start a new. There are business opportunities. There are full of facility to grow.
Yes, and maybe maybe on a note, the government is also doing a lot to ensure that Dubai and other Emirates in the UAE remains a top destination. Ras Al Khaimah is also a very good area that is booming now, and you also have Moquin and so many other areas. So we would eventually be able to see that the market continues upward growth. But yes, market correction will happen. But I expect areas like Dubai South and all those Afujan and Palm Jebel Ali and maybe some parts that are close to the Creek Tower that they are building. And then when you look at the metro station, the new metro station that they are going to be having, if there are buildings that are going to be around those strategic locations like stops,
Going high, yeah.
so it might be a good option for investor to quickly lock some of them down
Yes.
before the price also gets higher home. And the developers are also getting wiser
Yeah.
every day. They are also factoring some of those into the cost as well.
So as a newcomer, I want to know about that, like some building I saw. So how we evaluate how much the cost of the flat in there. So any key points we can be check online or something like that.
Yes, there are some websites you can check to just have a good idea of the property value before you buy. You can look at DXB Interact. You can look at Dubai Land as well. See the property transactions in the area.
So where we check how we check the properties prices, because every broker have a different price, every land developer giving different price. So how we know the exact price of this building? How is tentative pricing are there?
It depends. First, it depends on who is selling. Who is selling the property. Secondly, it depends on the property. Your agent also matters. Sometimes we have a situation whereby agent A, agent B, agent C, agent D. And agent D is with the seller, agent A is with the buyer. And then agent B or C say, no, I can't work for free, put 20,000 on top. Another one puts 20,000 on top. Another one puts 20,000. By the time it gets to the buyer, it's already, so a property that is what maybe 700,000 is already going to 800,000 because there are so many agents in the transactions. So, but sometimes it's not like that. Sometimes you have the price to be 700 and then it's been sold for 700. So as this one of the mistakes sometimes investor makes, they don't pick every calls, but you never know the kind of agent that is going to call you that's actually going to show empathy, not just selling. Empathy, empathy, and just understand you very well and get you the best deal that will make you happy. Before we go, there's what you call buyer's remorse, because I've also bought property, so I understand. Sometimes you buy a property and then all of a sudden you just feel sad.
Yeah.
You feel sad. Sometimes you should buy a property, you should be happy, right?
Yeah, sure.
But sometimes you bought the property and you just grow sad. And then you begin to check online, begin to check everywhere, did I make the right decision and all of that. That is what you call buyer remorse.
Maybe we ask the neighbor, in what rate you purchased the flat? You get, oh my God.
The loss seems a bigger part without
Yes. And then you say, no, I'm going to fuck these agents. Agents are scams and all of that. But it's just buyer's remorse. At the end of everything we are buying, you should know that you are buying an asset. It's an asset. So whether you want to you could have put your money into business and got swindled. Yes, you could have said, oh, this, but now you have a property that you can see. And you can go there and then you have a tenant there. And then that's a form of satisfaction. So invest. If you don't make the profit now, you make it in the future.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I think Dubai is a place of lot of opportunity, and so invest here and get a piece of your future.
And
Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel, to be here and give your important time to us. And we really pleasant to have you here in the discussion. I think we are not able to cover a lot of questions of our investors, but I think we have covered most important questions in this 1 hour discussion. And I think going forward, we will be having more podcasts on how to invest in Dubai and what is the best returns we can get here.
Any last word and last quotes from your side for your people? If you want to say in your country people, you can say in your language as well. Or any quote for real estate or any quote for Dubai you want to say.
Okay. If you would say I should speak in my language, I would say but if I want to just as an advice or as an opinion, not necessarily an advice, is that investment in real estate markets, it's good in an overall broad sense. Yes, there could be hiccups here and there. Even if let's say the property markets were to crash today, it's not a loss until you sell. And that's the same thing in the stock market. If you buy stocks today, the price goes up, tomorrow it comes down, it goes up, it comes down. It's until you sell then you say you have a loss. Until you sell, that's when you say you have a gain. So, but you know that you have an asset.
Very nice.
And that asset can become an income. You can convert it to a cash. You
Definitely.
can go to the bank and then they give you equity out of it. But it's different from when you say, oh, somebody tells you that give us 200,000 dirhams. We'll be giving you 20,000 every month. And then you gave the 200,000 dirhams and then you got the 20,000 first month, you get the second month, and then third month you're not getting anything. Third month, and then everything disappears. But now you can say that, okay, that is my property.
Yeah.
So invest and invest wisely.
Great. Invest and grow.
Yes.
So, any last word, Lucy?
I will say, first of all, thank you for this opportunity, actually. And
Any quotes from a customer services from real estate or Dubai?
I will just say, in customer service, those people who are representing people in Dubai, let's say in the business area, just be honest with your clients, because honesty and that empathy as well makes the client to feel in the right place at the right time, and then it won't waste their time. Yeah, I'll just say one word: just be empathetic to your client while you're doing
So, be empathetic.
your yes.
So, Bhavna, any closing word from your
I
side?
already said it.
ओके सो मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलना चाहूँगा आपसे कि अभी हम रियल एस्टेट की बात कर रहे थे और घर एक ऐसी चीज़ है हमारे कल्चर में बोला जाता है कि घर एक बच्चे की तरह होता है जिसे हमें 20 साल तक देना होता है, लेकिन 20 साल बाद वो एक ऐसी चीज़ है जो आपका हमेशा ध्यान रखेगी। और आज के दौर में जब हम बात करते हैं बैंकिंग की, जो ईएमआईज वगैरह आ रही हैं, अगर हम अपने देश में इसको इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो हम उतना नहीं ले पाते हैं। अगर आप दुबई में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो आप पहले दिन से कमा सकते हैं, डे फर्स्ट से आप अपनी सोर्स ऑफ इनकम चालू कर सकते हैं। सो आप अपना बेटा दुबई में बनाएं और दुबई में घर लें तो आपको काफ़ी बेनिफिट होगा। So,
Thank you, Nitin, for having me. Thank you, Madam, for having us. It's a privilege. And yes, our lines are open. We are happy to listen to investors who would want to make Dubai their home.
Sure.
definitely. So, any other who you want to say for your people, family quotes, any want to quote for the any reels you can say there?
I don't think I have anything to say.
Okay, I will repeat my quote.
Yeah,
I need
quote.
something. So Dubai is a place where visitors meet opportunities, invest in Dubai, and get your piece of future.
Yeah.
Great.
So, okay, maybe what do you want me to say now? Now that you have opened my eyes, so let me see whether I can say something. Okay, whether I can say anything there. Investing in Dubai is not just about making profit, it's also about investing in your future and also having a plan, a strategic plan for your family. And Dubai has a system that works. It has a
Yeah.
transparent process, and then you can with clarity say, okay, I invested in this property and this is the process, and then I've gotten what I invested in.
Yes.
It might take a little time, but if you're able to wait it out, just like in every other endeavors, you'll be happy that you bought eventually. So don't just think of today, think of the future and
Future.
invest in Dubai.
Yeah, because I'm adding in Emmanuel's word. So property is never been stolen, never going anywhere. It's always with you, and it's like a tree to develop. You put a water every month like an EMI as an investment, and after 20 years, you getting only fruits. There is no maintenance type of something like that. It is pure investment. You getting 100% return after 20 years. Definitely it will begin, but from Dubai you can getting from maybe first year or after 5 year also. So thanks Emmanuel, thanks Bhavna, and thanks Lucy.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching our podcast. And we will be coming up soon with a new podcast and new topics.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Watching, subscribe, and share. Thank you.
Thank you.